And good Wednesday morning to you all. I'm Mabel Jong. This is WHCC TV coming to you from Washington, D.C. We are so pleased to have the CEO of the Validation Institute in our studio this morning. He's going to talk about the award ceremony as well as what the Validation Institute is up to. Hi there, RD. How are you?
Good morning. Good. How are you doing, Mabel?
Very well. You've been at the helm of the Validation Institute since December. Talk to me about what this institute is about and what its mission is.
Sure, and thank you for this opportunity. So the Validation Institute is a mission-driven organization, started maybe 5 years ago, actually out of Intel and GE. They had a healthcare solution, a monitoring service, and they were making a performance claim about what it could do. And they were surprised that they could pretty much say anything they wanted. There was no equivalent of a United Laboratories for the healthcare industry, which is very surprising, but true. So they got independent funding to create the Validation Institute to provide third-party, non-biased validation of those claims. Their competitors were making claims that were mathematically not possible, so they thought there was probably a problem in the industry. And if you can clarify that for the buyer of healthcare, the corporations, you can save them a lot of time and avoid mistakes. So that's where it came from. It got good traction and brought in some of the best data scientists and health population experts in the country. And it got great traction over the years, but it was really at last year's Health Value Awards at World Congress where it became apparent that the two would blend very nicely together, because as you're awarding companies and recognizing excellence, it's important to validate those performance claims that are underlying. So that's where it all started, and I joined in December to help advance the mission.
Okay, and so how do companies know that there is a validation institute that is validating their data, and how significant is it if they are recognized as doing good work?
Right. So now we're really accelerating because we see that there's a real need for this service and it can really help healthcare. But what we found as we went around the country doing lots of focus groups was the buyer of healthcare services and products, they're getting their education from the same organizations who don't have an incentive to have change. So the current education to the corporate buyer of healthcare is coming from the establishment, and they currently make more money when your rates go up. So that has to change. So with that knowledge and with the platform of the Validation Institute, we developed the first national certification program in America for the buyers of healthcare, so that they could take a deep dive into health value and help them be a shopper of healthcare. There's a company in Massachusetts for years that had this saying, an educated consumer is our best customer. And we think, what if that could happen to healthcare? So with the power of that national certification program, which is taking off like incredible, and the tool of the validation, that's a very powerful combination to be able to purchase healthcare in a smarter way.
Okay. You've also combined forces with the Health Value Institute.
Right.
Talk to me about that.
Great. So the Validation Institute now has brought in the Health Value Awards underneath, and this conference was the first. It's the second Health Value Awards that's taken place, and under the Validation Institute now. And we ran that on the first day, and we recognized we had hundreds and hundreds of applications. We narrowed that down to finalists, and then we awarded 30 organizations with the Health Value Awards, which says as well to the buyer of healthcare that this company is doing something innovative. So the combination of the validated performance claims and the awarded companies really helps indicate that it's a quality organization.
Okay. Who did you end up providing or awarding these recognition to on the first day?
Yeah.
Give me the three top companies that really stuck out in your mind.
So it's really hard to narrow down because
Okay.
there was actually 50 categories.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's to try to do this, we wanted to do it in a very thorough way, and
Right.
It's anything from there's 28 categories that represent 95% of the purchasing that the corporate buyer of healthcare is involved in, and what we've done now, and with this conference we're launching this week, is a new online exchange that actually takes over 1,200 companies and categorizes them in those 28 categories. Because right now what's happening is healthcare is so large, it is attracting so much funding, there's so much innovation going on that there's new things coming out every day. I bet just since we've been doing this interview, another healthcare vendor has been funded and is coming out to the marketplace trying to get the attention of the buyer.
Fast, yeah.
So we're trying to put some organization to the chaos, because there's no way that you could keep track of it all. So the online program with the 28 categories will help to do that. As we go into next year's awards program, I think we'll even attract more attention and be able to highlight the quality within those organizations.
A very busy year ahead, RD.
Definitely.
All right, RD Whitney, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Mabel. I appreciate it.
And I'm Mabel Jong. Stay tuned. We have some more interviews coming up.